Okay friends, today we're going to make a folio folder. Now I've made them before. This is a bigger one. And we're going to use a composition book to make this. So, how stinking cute. So pretty. And again, it's an accordion folder using a composition book. Inside I have some goodies that someone just sent me, so I'm storing them in there right now. Look at that box. Until I figure out what I want to do with it. So let's get into it. Composition folio, accordion folder, really, I guess is what you would call it. Okay, so corner rounder, scissors, glue. You're also going to need a composition book. I've removed the inside. You don't need that. I have 2 pieces of scrap paper. This is 12 by maybe 6, 12 by 5. This is what we'll use to make the sides of the book. We need 1 big 12 by 12 and then just some scrap embellishment papers. Okay, so let's get into it. First off, I'm going to take my 12 by 12 paper and this composition book, and I'm going to put it on the left hand side of the page, maybe down to, like you can see on my gingham, 1, 2, 3, or 2, 4, 6. It's maybe about 2 inches to the left. And I'm going to fold it up onto the book. And then I'm going to keep this. Don't cut this. We're going to cut just the top away, and we're going to glue this all together. And I'll do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so what we have left is the beginning of the bottom of our folder. So this will be the bottom. This will be the top. We're eventually going to cut this off and we'll fold it over to make the flap. So the next parts you want to do is probably just decorating the inside and the front. So I'm going to use this paper. I like to offset the bottom so I can see the gingham at the bottom, and I'm just going to glue my cover, and then I'm going to glue my insides, and I'll be right back. Alrighty friends, so I decorated the front. This will be the front of the cover. I wanted to leave some of the gingham there. Decorated the inside. You're not really going to see that, but I decorated anyways. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut off this much, and we're going to use that as the flap. Alright, I cut it off. I'm going to round my edges. Actually, I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to fold it over. And I'm going to actually not fold it directly over. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap when I fold it over. And then there's your flap. I did use a piece of little Velcro to go here. We can do that later, but you can get these from the dollar store. You don't have to. You could do a kind of ribbon enclosure. You could do a thing. You can also decorate right here. I did that on this one where I added some trim. And this is also, if you wanted to make a journal, this is a good start with that. It's kind of like a signature. You could sew in at this point, and it has this flap here. You could just make a big folder and just put some pockets here and here, and then it's a really fun pocket folder. I'm going to show you how to make it into the accordion style. If you're interested into that, that would be the next step. And that's kind of just the hardest part. It's not even hard, but that's the most complicated part of this. So what you're going to do is take the 12 by 12. I'm going to cut off these, and then I'm going to fold it like an accordion. So let me cut that off, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the only thing I do with this is just make sure they're the same length. So when I start folding them up, they'll be the same size. And I do this like an accordion. I'm going to fold up just a couple, maybe an inch. And I'm going to go back and forth until I have no more room left. And I'll do that all the way for both sides. And then what I'll do is just cut it down so that it meets the best size of the book. And it's pretty easy. So this made That's fine. And you could make more if you want the accordion to open even wider. You could do more of these. This was just like 4 things. So let me finish this one. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Oh, there's glue on my table. 2 accordions. What this is going to do is these are going to fit right in here. And just the only thing you want to do is make sure it matches on both sides. So looks like I can cut off. Where's my scissors? Here they are. I'm going to cut off a little bit here. And I'm just going to match that up with this one over here. And then cut that off too with that measurement. And the only thing I want to do is when I put these in, I want them to match. So this matches this way. So this is one side, that's the other side. I'm going to put glue here and here. And I'm going to just wedge it in between the book right here. And what that do is it's going to glue it together and create the accordion on each side. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, one side is glued in, and there you can see it makes your accordion folder. And then again, I want to do the other side. I just want to make sure it matches so that when I open it up, they're going the same way. Otherwise, it'll be funky. So that matches that. So there we go. I'm going to glue that side, and I'll be right back. All right, here we are. We've got the accordions in on both sides. Now you have your folder. I put some trim here, and then it's time to attach my Velcro. That's super easy. I'm trying to beat the fire truck that's coming down the block right now. Put one side here. My fingers are so dirty. With glue. One side there. You can see it's attached. And then the thing that I was like struggling with is like, did I want to add like a little embellishment here? Did I just want to put like a little doodad there? So I'm trying to debate on how I want to embellish that, but here we are with our little composition folders. They're actually pretty sturdy, and like I said, they could also be bases for journals. You could use these in many different ways. Decorate them, send ephemera to people. Still trying to figure out. I might just do a little trim on it. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure out. But there you go, accordion file folders made from composition books. Happy crafting.